Yeah, I mean, a real disappointing loss. We wasted a good shooting night out of Shaq and Keon. Those two guys combined to go 12 of 23 from three, and we kind of wasted. We kept telling them in the hot start that our defense wasn't going to be good enough to win the game. And that's what ended up happening. They were 1.48 at the end of the game. Is what we gave up defensively. Our offense was 100% good enough to win this game, but we couldn't get stops when we needed to. We didn't get stops early in the game when we were hot. We should have been up 20 if we'd have guarded like we're supposed to. They played the whole game without a point guard. We only turned them over 7 times. Like we didn't play hard enough on the ball. We didn't play hard enough to win a tough road game. And we had a great chance to win it, with Wheeler and Washington out. So we wasted an opportunity, wasted a good shooting night. It's disappointing to lose games and feel like our effort wasn't where it needed to be to win a road game. So tough loss. Guys got to figure out how hard they need to play to win these road games, because we got 2 more road games left this year, and we need to win them. So we got to figure out how to play a lot better on the road.
Thanks, Coach. Let's go ahead and get started. Austin Hannon, go ahead, start us off.
Hey, Coach, you kind of mentioned it just a second ago, but what do you think? It's kind of been a theme all year on the road. Seems like your team's been really hot shooting, but just can't get enough defensive stops to win. Whereas on your home floor, you kind of grit out wins on the defensive end. What do you think is the difference between home and road?
I don't have an answer for the shooting. That's the gym we shoot in all the time. We should be shooting the ball better at home. I don't really have it. We shot it well. We shot here last night before the game. We shot it really well. I thought we'd have a great shooting night. We ended up having an average shooting night. I mean, better than average for us this year, but 35% from three is not a great shooting night. We had a great shooting night from 2 guys. Everybody else ended up 2 for 17. That's a very poor shooting night. So, you can't really say you shot great on the road. We had a great start. 2 guys shot well. The defensive things, the main issue here. Like, why our defense is so bad on the road sometimes, I don't know. But it's, at times it's been okay. At Mississippi State, we played good defense. We just couldn't finish the game with the rebounding. So, if we don't guard Vanderbilt, we can't win at Vanderbilt if we don't play better defense. So, got to get guys to play a lot harder is what we got to do.
Charlie Potter, go ahead.
Yeah, Coach, you guys were in a bit of a groove early on, but seemed to cool off after that long review of the foul on Darius. Just, do you think that had an effect on you guys, and how poor of timing is that?
Yeah, it's real poor timing. I think they went on the run. They outscored us 16-5 to close the half out, I believe, after his flagrant. So, we got to be smarter than that. I thought, him and Ware were getting into a little bit. I thought Ware kind of two-hand kind of pushed him on their offensive end. And Darius has to be smarter. He can't retaliate. We go to the other end, and they said Darius got him above the shoulders. Any contact up in the face area above the shoulders was supposed to be flagrant, even if it was light. So we got to be smarter than that. We were up 10, I believe, at that time. I think 41-31, and it didn't go well after that.
Let's go next to Mike Rodak.
Yeah, Kentucky got called for only 7 fouls in the game. Just how much do you think it impacted you to not be able to get to the line and have those opportunities there?
Yeah, I mean, it was big. I thought, there were some drives that we had some contact on that maybe could have been called, but they feed the post a little bit more than we do. We took 43s tonight. So on our 29 twos, most of them were downhill attacking. Maybe there could have been a few more, but to me, that's more indicative of our guys not being aggressive enough coming downhill. We've got to do a better job getting the free throw line. But they didn't have any depth tonight. I mean, you look at outside of their starters, Damian Collins played 4 minutes. Nobody else, 2 guys played 2 minutes each, and Lance Ware played a minute. So, they played their 5 starters 39.5 minutes, 39, 38.5, 35, 37, and we couldn't put any of them in foul trouble at all because we weren't aggressive enough coming downhill. That, starts with your guards being aggressive, attacking, coming off ball screens, and I didn't think we were aggressive enough.
Okay, Nick Kelly, go ahead.
You keep talking about the need to play harder. I mean, is that something you guys can help with messaging? Is that personal choices, or what kind of is that?
Yeah, I mean, everybody's responsible for their own personal effort. You know, we haven't, for whatever reason, this year, we haven't been able to get them to give us the effort they need to win big games every time out. And we've lost multiple games because of an effort deal, which is frustrating as a coach. Like, what do I need to do better to get the messaging through to them? How do we motivate them better to play hard? Like, you know, some of it's your own personal pride too. Like we're losing some games. I'm not necessarily saying today, you know, they've got really good players here at Kentucky. It's Kentucky, but we've lost games to teams with lesser players than us because they played harder than us. To me, there's a personal pride factor that goes into, if I'm going to work as hard in this game as I have over the last 10, 15 years for some of these guys, this is what they've done their whole life. How am I going to get myself to a point where I'm more skilled than the guy I'm going across from, but he beats me because he plays harder than me? It's very frustrating to watch. It's not a recipe for winning on a consistent basis. And that's why I think we've seen the ups and downs we've had this year.
Charlie Power, you got follow up?
Yeah, Coach, you just mentioned Shaq and Keon and their shooting performance. Just as a bright spot, how good was it to see Keon kind of bounce back after he was held scoreless against Mississippi State?
It was great. Came out aggressive. You know, we showed him a little highlight video of himself, kind of showed him different stuff. Like, let's get back to being this Keon. I mean, a graphic came out on Twitter this week that showed he was the most efficient wing creator in the country. Like, he's good. I mean, he's a really good player that's been great for us here. He just needs to get back to being more aggressive and on the shot a little bit more. I mean, I don't know if any of those first 5 shots he had even hit the rim. I mean, he was playing with some confidence. He was great. You know, it's ironic. You know, we chart these blue collar points, which are effort things, which, you know, supposed to get guys to try to play harder. You know, he let us, you know, we as a team, he had, I think he had 19 and a half. We as a team, you know, I think when we went out and played Gonzaga, we were at 116 or 126, so right around 120. We had 84 and a half tonight. Like, we didn't play hard enough. Like, Keon led us with 19 and a half, which is what we've been trying to tell these guys all year. You lose yourself in a game and just play really hard, like, your offense usually follows. So, you know, we had the next closest guy only had 11 and a half blue collar points. So Keon played really hard. Offense went well for him. He kind of lost himself in the game playing hard, and the game rewarded him. And he had a great offensive game, you know, to go along with his effort on the defensive end.
Talking a little trash on the field? Yeah, we get it. Trashing the state with litter? That's terrible. Keep it clean. Keep Alabama beautiful.